on about the induction motor and what are the types of induction motor and where we can use this. The three-phase induction motors are most widely used AC motors, as we are using these motors in all the residential and commercial applications. This type of motor always converts the AC electrical energy into the mechanical energy, meaning to say that it takes the AC power and produces the mechanical output. So in many applications, such as in lifting the water from the ground floor to the first floor, and in all the crushing and wherever the constant speed with load constant speed applications are there we are using the induction motor, especially in case of water lifting and in case of some other applications where the constant speed is maintained, where we are using the induction motor. As far as construction is concerned, it mainly consists of two parts. One is the stator, another one is the rotor. A stator is the stationary part and rotor is the rotating part. Already we observed in many of the previous chapters. They are usually separated by a small air gap. So let us talk what you mean by the stator. Already we studied the stator of synchronous generator and stator of the other machines, DC generator and all that. So say in the same way, stator of an induction motor is also very similar to the construction of stator of the synchronous generator or alternator. It has a hollow or cylindrical core having slots in its inner surface to house the windings. Usually it consists of a set of silicon steel laminations which are attached to the yoke part. Yoke is the outside part. In the slots of the laminations, stator conductors are placed with the proper insulation. These conductors are properly interconnected to form a balanced star or delta connected windings. This is the stator of the induction motor. So outer part is called as, this is the frame what we are going to see. This is your eye bolt and this is the stator core. Then stator slots are kept here. Okay, these are the spaces where we can place the conductor. This is a stator coil. This is overall is the stator and you have a permanent base for this stationary part. Let us glance what you mean by the rotor. As already said, rotor is a rotating part and these type of rotors are having two types. One is the squirrel cage rotor, another one is the phase wound rotor, that is slip ring rotor. The squirrel cage rotor and there are two types. One will see what you mean by the squirrel cage rotor. In case of squirrel cage rotor, usually the copper or aluminum heavy bars from the rotor conductors are used. Usually one bar is placed in each slot. The slots are made up of steel laminations. All these bars are welded at both the ends of the two copper rings. Thus they are short circuiting them at both the ends. Since they are short circuited at both the ends, no external resistance can be added in this squirrel cage rotor. The picture we can see here. So these are the stator conductors, as you can see. At the both the end, the rotor conductors are welded so that you cannot add the external resistance into that. This is the shaft. This is the end ring. So this type of rotor has low starting torque. To look at this, it resembles like a cage. We can assume this as a cage. So in the same way, the motor with this type of rotor is named as the squirrel cage induction motor. This is the structure of squirrel cage induction motor. Let us glance what you mean by phase wound rotor or slip ring rotor. This type of rotor is laminated cylindrical core having uniform slots on its outer periphery. A three-phase winding which is star connected is placed in these slots. The open ends of the star winding are brought out and connected to the three-phase three insulated slip rings which are as shown in the diagram. You can see here, this is the brush part and these are the slip rings and external resistance can be added here. These are the rotor windings of the slip ring rotor. The open ends of the stator windings are brought out and connected to the three insulated slip rings which are mounted on the shaft of the rotor with the carbon brushes as shown here. the rotor winding can be shorted through the external variable resistance as shown in the figure. The motor with this type of rotor is termed as the slip ring induction motor as shown in the figure. These are the slip rings which are situated in the particular part. So in this video lecture we will try to highlight on the different type of rotors. One is squirrel cage rotor, another one is the slip ring rotor. In the next video lecture we will try to study what you mean by slip and what are the frequency aspects of the induction motor. Thank you.